Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers or soon-to-be fathers. So I was trying to come up with an idea for a program for Father's Day. And while I was doing that, I was thinking, okay, so Father's Day, in my opinion, being a father, is one of the least appreciated holidays we have. And I'll give you an example. On Mother's Day, she gets breakfast in bed. On Father's Day, you got to go grill. On Mother's Day, she gets chocolates and flowers and dinner out. On Father's Day, you get to grill. But it's great. I mean, my kids called me this morning and wished me Happy Father's Day, and that made my day. So it's a great holiday, and so the program that I came up with, I was thinking about it, and I thought, you know, one of the things that goes in cycles for me is using my credit. There are times when I don't do anything with my credit, and then there are other times when I do all kinds of things with my credit. And I just went through one of those periods, and I thought I would share with you the different ways that you can use your credit, increase your credit, without a lot of hassle. Now, the first thing I did is I went through my credit cards and I contacted the companies to try to get a credit increase. Now, this would surprise me, I contacted American Express, and this was before I got my business credit card. On my personal card, I had a $6,000 limit. They asked me what I wanted to request it to. I said $12,000. They sent me an email the next day, said my credit limit went to $15,000. Okay. So we more than doubled our credit limit just on that card. U.S. Bank, they doubled it. Now here was another big surprise. When I got my Discover card, they gave me a credit limit, I don't know what it was, call it $5,000. And then, when I stopped using that one, because that was 1%, and then I went to a 1.5% card, and I think it was, I don't remember. But the week after I switched, they increased my limit by $3,000, trying to get me to come back and use the card. So this time I called, and again, this is before I got my second Discover card. I called and asked for a credit limit, and they refused me. And I asked why, and they said, because you don't use the limit we give you. Why should we give you more? And I didn't argue. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, but they know the answer. They're just playing games with me. Now, those are the existing cards that I had. The next thing that I did is I applied and got some new cards. As I said, I got the American Express business card, and that one came with a $10,000 limit. I got a Capital One Quicksilver, and this one kind of surprised me. I'll be honest, I got that card for the sign-up bonus, because it's, you know, $200 for $500 in spend. Watch me go. They gave me a $10,000 limit also. I applied for a new Discover card, and this one and there's no sign-up bonus. Well, there is, but not really. But the reason that I got the Discover card is because in lieu of a sign-up bonus, it's a 1.5% card, but for the first year, after the end of the first year, they double that. So it now becomes a 3% credit card. So my everyday go-to 2% credit card, which is double cash, that one's now going to get a rest, and I'm going to use Capital One Quicksilver for my categories that I can't get any money on. So those are the three cards. Now, all of that stuff together, and I haven't added it up, but it's the Discover card, I got a $5,000 credit limit on that one. So we got 25, 34, around 35,000 additional credit. And I did all that in less than a month. 35,000 additional credit. Now, I wasn't done. Now, before we leave credit cards, I do want to say, I think towards the end of the year, I'm going to go to Capital One and apply for their Spark Business credit card. I don't want to do another personal for a while because I think I've kind of hit the limit on that one. But I am going to get another business credit card, and that spend's going to be high. I think that's a $5,000 spend. But it's a good sign-up bonus. I don't remember what it is. I think it's $500 maybe. So I am going to get another one by the end of the year, but it's going to be business, not personal. So like I said, I wasn't done. After I did that, I was actually just checking around, and I called my banker and I said, do you know what is it called? DSCR loan is? And he said, no, but I've heard of it. And it's debt service cover ratio, DSCR, debt service cover ratio. And the loan basically is, it's a business loan, but they don't look at you individually. They look only at the property. So if you buy a property and the debt service, PITI, is $1,000, most of the time the ratio they're looking for is 1.2. So a 20% increase. So if the income is $1,000, the debt service is $1,000, then the property needs to make at least $1,200 a month. And as long as you can cover the ratio and the property comes out, there's no problem. Problem is you got to put 20% down. And if your credit isn't good, 25% down. But, I mean, if you're going to be, my next purchase is probably going to be a DSCR loan. But anyway, I was talking to my banker, and in the conversation, he said, hey, I'm going to shoot you a net worth statement. Fill that out for me and send it back to me. I said, okay. Now I've got a couple of loans there with him, so I figured he was just updating his file. Because the last house I bought, he said, okay, your income to debt ratio is 40%, you're done until you get your ratios fixed. I said, okay. When you're right, you're right. So anyway, I filled out this net worth statement, which is funny because I had just done that. I mean, for myself. So I had all the numbers and I shot it back to him in about a half hour. And I didn't hear any more. So I thought, well, he's just updating his file. A couple of weeks later, I get a phone call and he says, hey, I've been talking to the president of the bank and here's what we're going to do. We're going to allow you to spend X amount of dollars. As long as you put 20% down, we'll finance them. I said, okay. So I went out and it took a while because the market is still hot around here. It's easing up now, but when we started, there wasn't a lot on there. So it took us a couple of months, but we found one. We bought it. And less than a month later, I found another one. And I bought another one. So I've bought 2 houses since January. Now, one of them needed a lot of work, and so I had to finance that. Now, which is great. I mean, so now we have 5 little houses, rental houses, that we can use. My net worth went up about 30% because of these 2 properties. And I'm just going to spend the next year and a half, maybe 2 years, just saving money. Because like I said, the next big property I want to buy is going to be a $250,000 property, and to put 20% down is 50 grand. So I want to be prepared. I want my net worth statement to look good for the bank. So we're just gonna sit back and stabilize. I did a video not too long ago called What Comes After the 7 Baby Steps, and it's growth, stabilize, growth, stabilize. And right now I'm in stabilize. I'm going to take a year. I'm going to stock up on cash. I'm taking care of some of the properties I've got. I'm going to paint one of them, and we just remodeled one, and the second one is getting remodeled as we speak. So we're just going to stabilize, save cash, not do anything with our credit, just let it sit there and get old. But as we get closer to doing our next big property, and it is going to be a big property, I'll keep you informed on a DSCR loan, how much is going down, what the income is, what the ratio is. And I've already got that. I've got a place in Florida that will make me the DSCR loan up to $300,000. So that's about where I'm going to be. And I've got the loan arranged. Everything's waiting for me to come up with cash and find the property. So that's where we're at. So happy Father's Day. And for everybody out there, old fathers, new fathers, fathers that are going to be, take this opportunity as you're grilling to listen and watch this video and get some ideas on how you can increase your credit, increase your available credit, and once you get your credit, what you can do with it to help build your net worth, because they all go hand in hand. Well, that's about all I wanted to talk about. You guys have a great day, a great week, happy investing, and happy Father's Day.